let's redo this. So last time, I don't know what happened, y'all. It's like the computer got frozen. But again, I am here just to answer y'all's questions on trading. So if there's any particular market today, I'm looking for today to be more of a relaxed day. But if there's any particular market that you want me to check out, I will check it out for you. If there's just any trading questions that you may have, you can ask them, and I will do my best to give you the best answer. So today it is about you being able just to get more informed. I know that you guys, some of you guys, are trading all the time, and sometimes it can get difficult doing it alone and trying to do market analysis alone. So if you just want an extra eye just to check things out, I will be happy to help you to do so. Yo, Reese, what's up, bro? How you feeling today, my friend? And can you hear me? Okay, bro. Uh, yeah, should be good. Yo, Reese, what's up, bro? How you feeling, bro? I'm actually going to send this link to Telegram. And how is everyone else doing today? Bro, so I'm really today I'm just going over what anyone like I'm not necessarily going over anything. Hey Mr. Todd, I'm not going over anything in particular. I will share with you though a trade that happened this morning that we did take, which was very smooth, very solid day to day. I'm trying to look, y'all. I gotta get my iPad out so I can turn to this basketball game tonight too. So it should be some good games on tonight. So this is a trade that we took today, brother. So at this point, it is 6:30. We're not in nothing. 6:45. So this is what we were seeing this morning. Price overall is in the uptrend. Now we had some kind of resistance level here, which was the gold zone. So this was a key gold zone, But there was another gold zone that I actually had my eye on this morning, and it was this right here. So boom, we're gonna move that, and we're going to create this bottom level down here. So boom, very, very smooth, very simple setup. Price was respecting this level here. Price was respecting this level here. Price was also respecting this level here, here. So what we're seeing now is the ping pong effect, right? So even if you're not like you don't, listen, y'all, you don't necessarily have to be a great trader, right? Just have a good system, and the system, if the system is good, you're going to actually be a successful trader. Not because you're just so special and you're just really good at trading. No, just have a good system and let the system do what the system does. All right. So I don't consider myself a great trader. I feel like I have a great system. I think the Lord has given me a great system, a great strategy that I can just follow the rules to the strategy and let the outcome be the outcome. So price respecting this level here. So what we're seeing is the ping pong effect, right? So if price starts here, price comes up here, price comes back down here, price comes back up here to this key level here, price comes back down here. So even if you only made it past like the second grade, what's your next guess where price needs to go to next? And I'm hoping that y'all said back up here. And if you said that, then guess what? You are absolutely right. Right? So we're going to just really keep things just literally as simple as that. So boom, this was our entry down here. Well, not down here, but up here. So what we're going to do is be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient. Well, actually, I'm actually messing up right now because hold on now. Yeah. So it was because this is a 9:30 candle. So yeah, it was this right here. So let me delete this. This was actually our gold zone. So this is where I placed it at right here. Boom, boom. So let me rewind. I'm going to go all the way back here. So just now I kind of just didn't place the gold zone the right way. But if we're going to go to the tips, so this top, very top, and then we got this very top here. So I just kind of had it more angled this way. But in reality, this is what we had, and this is what we caught this morning. So boom, trade was called right here. Let's rewind. Now, this is where we got into the trade at on this short position here. Now, as soon as we started seeing price come down here, you guys see this wick, this candle wick. As soon as it started sliding down, guess what we started doing? We started moving stop loss down here. Now, this is where we start defending trades, y'all. So, this is why we keep stop loss. This next candle is going to show you why we are not pulling our stop loss all the way down here. And so we're dragging our stop loss like this, but we're keeping it at its high wick. Keep it just above its high wick up here so that we can give price room to, have fun and move around and, do all that good stuff, right? Now, we still know that if price does start to break out of here, well, guess what? We're going to just start closing this trade. But we're going to have this thing pretty tight, probably like right here for my entry. Price, then, boom, this candle right here, look at this. So this candle pushes up. Now, a lot of times this is a moment that you start freaking out, right? Because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm about to get stumped out of this trade because, we're getting a long push back up. But you have to remember, the gold zone is still the gold zone. This is still a key level. And that's why we keep our stop loss above. Now, if you take a small loss, if price does break out of here, well, guess that's okay. You took a small loss today. So that's a very, very small loss. Compared to your overall 1-to-1. So our 1-to-1 is way up here, right? It's at 35. But if you're bringing this thing down this tight, like you're still, the biggest thing is you're defending your trade, but you're giving yourself like a lot of opportunity in the market instead of you like, pulling stop loss down so quickly, which you are very tempted to do that. Like I know that there's moments I feel like I'm extremely tempted to go ahead and as soon as I started seeing this, this candle here start coming down, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm about to start protecting this trade by digging inside the trade, right? So I'm going to like move my stop loss all the way down here, but I'm not giving the market room enough to move. But it's very tempting because you're in profit and you don't want to lose any money for today. But you have to remember that in order for us to really take advantage, we're going to have our stop loss at, you know, a decent area, right? So boom, boom, look at that pushback down. So if you just stayed in this thing, push back down, and this is what we caught to the downside. So this was a really good trade. Now, as you guys know, that this is still a go zone. So like this key level is still a key level. We did close trade. As soon as it got down here, we closed trade because we started seeing some resistance level right here. So this was a very good setup. But look at what happened at 9:30. So at this point, it is 8:30. So we are just chilling. We are already out the trade at this point, though. But we did get a push down. So boom. But this is happening at 9:30. Now, here is like when I'm like, y'all, gold zone is still gold zone. The gold zone does not change. This is still a trampoline area. Okay, so at this point, this is what you call a resistance. So look at the resistance as the roof. So if you're in your home right now, if you look up at the ceiling, that's your roof. That is resistance. Now, if you had some superpowers and you could just punch your way through your ceiling, and then now you climbed up to the top of your ceiling, that ceiling, it is not a ceiling anymore. That's the floor because you're standing on it. But that is still a key level, right? So this right here, this was the roof at one point. This is what we call it to the downside, but then it broke through the roof. This is so clean. Like, I can't stress enough. This is so clean. Whenever you got a breakout and it closes above the gold zone area, it closed up here. Well, guess what, y'all? All we're going to look to do is flip positions. The goals, and we're going to be patient. So we're not going to try to catch this on the way up. No. We're going to wait. We're going to wait until price do whatever it wants to do. If it never comes back, well, guess what? We just don't take the trade. But if it comes back to our key level, all we're doing is flipping positions. So we're going to be patient. Boom, there it was right there. Or you could have caught this one. So it gave you two opportunities. You could have caught this first one. Now, ideally, you want to always catch the first one, right? Because the second one is the one that likes to give breakouts. If you catch the first one, when you catch the first wick, right, the first candle, this is the one that you have to take advantage of, because this one is the one that is like, hey, like, I really want to respect you, right? So this is a high trampoline for the first candle, right? The first candle that comes to your gold zone, that's a high execution point, all right? Now, this one candle, y'all, is a 1-to-1. Like, just this one candle. If you would have caught down here, boom, push back up, great. You're already making a 1-to-1. All you're doing at this point is you might can move stop loss up. However you want to move your stop loss up, that's how you do it, right? So boom, this next candle breaks back down. Maybe you know, at this point, you might start freaking out, or you might just say, hey, I'm going to be patient in the market. This is still a gold zone area. Sometimes these wicks are a little bit long, especially at 9:30. So it can cause you to be nervous sometimes. But even if we would have had it like halfway at 15, right, you're still doing fine. And boom, we got a major push up to the upside. And literally, y'all, that is all she wrote for the rest of the day. So we did not catch this long position back to the upside. And I mean, that's okay. We take our profits. We caught this right here. We catch this to the downside. And guess what? We're going, like, we're done for today. We're done. And at this time, we were done at 8 o'clock, right? We started at 6:30, well, 7 o'clock, and we're done at 8 o'clock, and we're going on about our day. Now, this did happen at 9:30, so you could have still took this trade. I'm gonna be honest with y'all though, right? So, once I seen this up here, this candle right here, y'all, I was doing this. I was gonna make this extremely tight. So this candle here probably, well, these next two, this one, this wick here, these two probably would have stumped me out. But that's just because I would have had mine very tight, right? But if you'd have just left it halfway, or our 1-to-1 is way down here, so if you'd have just kept your stop loss the same, you'd have been fine. But me personally, I would have dragged that up. I probably would have took profit like up here and turned the computer off and been, I don't know, hanging out with my family. But these are big days. Like, these are really, really, really big days. Nasdaq, same thing. Now this Nasdaq trade today, Nasdaq was very ugly today, but we called it perfectly. So this first trade that we took this trade to the downside. This one right here. just so I can do an analysis on it really fast. So we seen now. This was y'all. Listen. This was a trade that, like even from yesterday, you could have took this trade based on the analysis yesterday that we did in the signal room. So price respect, price respect, price respect. Now all we're gonna do is we're gonna be patient, let price come back to our gold zone, y'all. It broke the ceiling. Guess what? It's coming back and saying, hey, look, like, thank you for being the ceiling. Now I want you to be my floor, and I'm about to take off. And that's literally how it plays. So you could have caught this down here. So in the perfect world, you would have just set an alert or something like that. But this was at 4 o'clock in the morning. So this would have been for those that, maybe you set an alert or something like that, or you had I don't know, whatever that thing is that you do. But this is 4 in the morning. I ain't up at 4 in the morning. I was asleep, so I wouldn't have caught this, right? But yeah, but that is beautiful. Now we caught this candle right here to the downside, y'all. This red candle caught it right here to the downside. Had a pretty tight stop loss, and boom. Now this was a very tight window. But I knew it was going to be a tight window because I was kind of already biased on this trade this morning for looking for a breakout because we did see this down here. But we still was able to catch this. So I know a few people might have caught this morning to the downside. I didn't personally take this. I actually did take this trade. So I caught this trade to the downside. Yeah, I caught this trade to the downside. So yeah. But what we were really looking for, really looking for was price to break out, give us a retest, and I push back up. So you know where our next trade would have been, y'all? We're just going to be patient. I'm going to tell you exactly the candlestick I did not call this now. So I want you guys to know I did not call this morning. We were already done after this first candle here. We were already done for the day. But I still let everyone know, listen, look for the retest, look for the push up. So boom. You could have took that candle there. This is the candle here. So this is your beautiful candle here. This candle here might have could have got you because it did break out. So it might have could have got you. Like this was like I said, this was not an easy day. But if you'd have just been patient and got a nice touch on the candle, you could have caught this right here. Like even if you'd have got up here, you probably still would have been okay in this trade. So let's just see, right? Anything once you've seen the breakout and the retest, if you would have caught any of this, now this was a lot of consolidation, so that means the market is not having enough momentum to push out, so it's really ugly. But just because the market has consolidation does not mean that you cannot get a good trade out of consolidation. Do not focus on the consolidation, focus on the setup. Like don't let the noise, don't let the ugliness freak you out. Still go into the trade with your game plan. If price breaks out, no matter how it looks, if price breaks out, give me a retest, that's our trade. And boom. So we got into this trade here. Now, it did come back to this gold zone level here. Now, mind you, this is still a key level, y'all. We know that. This is a key level. It comes back to this key level here. And stop loss is at 30. And boom, that's all. Look, that's all she wrote for the day as well. So you could have had a really major day on both of these trades today. Like this is huge. These are two great trades today for Nasdaq and also US 30. And that's simply taking 1 to 2 trades, not letting, like, just be patient. Just be patient. It would change the game. Like you don't, like, I know right now there's so many traders that like all this right here will freak you out. So every time you might have seen a red and you seen a green right beside it, you jump into a trade. And so it becomes like you start trading stressfully. I don't want you to trade stressfully. I want you just to trade. Be simple. Like, that's it, y'all. Just be simple. And you can be extremely successful. All right? I know there's a lot of like, oh my gosh, it has to be this. You have to have 1,000 indicators up on the screen. And like, no, you don't. You don't. You don't. Just trade at key levels, and the key levels play at magnet zones. Remember, you don't have to be a great trader. Just be Just have a good system. Whatever that system is. Now, I'm not saying your system have to be the gold zone system. You know what I'm saying? Like, let your system be your system. But, you know, just stay true to your system, what you do, and let it bring success. So for everyone that is in 48 trading, I want to congratulate you again for your trade today. We have been absolutely killing it. Like, we have been, if I am not mistaken, I think the last time, like the last loss. Now, if anyone is in here that we talk every day, have we? I'm not sure. So just remind me, have we lost a trade in US 30 since Monday? I want to say Monday of last week. Yes, Monday of last week. I know we didn't take a trade in US 30, but I'm talking about as far as lost a trade. Maybe we did lose a trade, but I can't remember it. But I know we lost on Monday. But Monday can't hold that. You can't hold that because Monday was I had the wrong market up and it said delay and I didn't know it was delayed, so I called a signal based upon it and I delayed the market. And yeah, and it was kind of, everything was messed up. Everything was off. Nasdaq, I do think we have took a couple losses. I don't think many though. No, not many. No, but I think we did take a couple. Maybe like, yeah, a couple. But yeah. But some days, like you might not get a full 1-to-1, right? Like today on this Nasdaq trade to the downside, we didn't get a full 1-to-1 on that. Market didn't push down, but that, just because you don't get a full 1-to-1 does not mean that, oh shoot, I need to force the next trade. You don't have to force the trade, y'all. Like, you don't have to force the trade. You don't have to force it. If it ain't there, like, this is so ugly. This is so ugly. You know how many, like how many trades you could have took here? You probably would have took this one. Like, you're just taking a whole bunch of trades at this point because you're trying to catch it and trying to hope that it's going to give a push out. Like, you're looking for a breakout. Even if you would have said, listen, I want to get into this trade, and you got into this trade up here, and you put a stop loss way down here, and maybe you're swing trading. Right? If you're swing trading, you say, listen, I want to get in here. I'm not looking for no perfect entry. I'm just going to have a further down stop loss. And look, you still could have had a really good day. There's so many different ways that you can do this whole trading thing, y'all. But does anyone have any questions? Again, this is really about y'all just being able to ask questions. Mr. Todd, listen, that's a great question. All right, so I'm going to show you an example of, or let's try to find one whenever a gold zone is really not, like, it's time to move on from the gold zone. Now, the reason that that this gold zone, because this was a today's gold zone. Now, the Nasdaq gold zone is like a really good example because this was all the way back from the 17th, and today is the 23rd. So, but price, this is still a key, like a very strong level. Now, first off, I want us to understand that gold zones are in all different time frames. So it's not just a 15 minutes time frame. You can do it in a 4 hour, you can do it in a daily. Now, some of these, so the reason that this is so big back here is because this is probably correlating to a higher time frame. So this gold zone is correlating to a higher time frame. Now, like today, our focus was not on this whole overall. I mean, it was, but we didn't have to necessarily focus on it. We could have just focused on this gold zone right here. Here, we could have created this right here. Boom. We could have created this right here. Boom, goes on, price respect. Now, it did break out a little bit, but it did push back up. So price respect, price respect, price respect. Now, this would have been good for the day. So, like, this is a good today. So, let's rewind it. Let's go back to 7 o'clock. Now, if we could have took this right here off the table, this bottom line, we could take this off the table. Let's delete this. And this would have been our gold zone here, 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 and up here, right? Now, we could have literally just took the trade. Everything would have applied the same. Price breaks out, retest, push back up. Everything's the same. Now, whenever you do come back over here though, and I create this line here, and we create that right there, that is just a correlation. So if I maybe went up to the 1 hour or to the 4 hour, this might be the gold zone for that time frame. So it's respecting the higher time frame gold zone. That's why it's still relevant all the way to these days. So let's jump to the 4 hour and let's see what. So this would not. So okay, so this wouldn't have been good in the 4 hour because this is not giving enough, right? So this is not a 4 hour type of gold zone, but it might have been good for the 1 hour. I'm not gonna go through each one, but it might be good for the 1 hour. So in the 1 hour, we might be seeing this gold zone. So if we see the gold zone in the 1 hour, guess what? We can still know that this is still a active gold zone. The only way that we can really say, hey, a gold zone is disappearing. Now, before I move on to that, I want to try to be clear here. Gold zones can last, to answer your question, Mr. Todd, gold zones can last for days depending on which gold zone it is. This is a bigger, wide scale gold zone. So this, like when price was here and it broke out, we were still going to respect this trend line here. Like this is still a respectable key level. But as days go on, we see tighter gold zones within this bigger frame. I hope that makes sense. Now, whenever gold zones really, like whenever we say, okay, you know what, we're going to do away with a gold zone, it's oftentimes whenever we have the Pac-Man's mouth, Mr. Ty. And I'm going to try to look for one right now. Let's look for whenever a price came down to respect the Pac-Man's mouth and the gold zone was irrelevant. Let's see. Let's look for one. Let's look for one. I want to say, let's use this as an example. This might be okay. This might be okay. So I'm going to delete all this. So, I mean, this is not perfect. Because actually our Pac-Man's mouth would be right here. But I'm gonna try to give this example as best as I can. So that's 615. So look, boom, price breaks out. Now, this is just a teaching moment really fast. Once we seen price break out of here, y'all, for all my all 48 traders, listen, you know, guys, once we seen price push back up here, we're shorting this market back to the downside. I just don't want that to, like, we're not going to miss, like, we're not seeing that, all right? So, boom. Okay, price pushed up. Now, Mr. Todd, I want you to think about what if, okay, even that, let's just use that. Let's not worry about it come all the way down here. Once we seen price come here and touch our gold zone and then push back down, well, guess what? We're in a short position. But once you start to see it breaks this gold zone right here, Mr. Todd, like once we like broke out, retest, push back down, and it comes back up to break it, this gold zone is now irrelevant. We don't care about this gold zone anymore. All right, so whenever the gold zone is broken for a new structure, but you have to be. Now, remember, this is a support level because this right here is actually the resistance. All right, so once this is like non and void or more, and we broke out of this high one, guess what? I can go ahead and take this one off the table because now my next focal point is, okay, if price breaks out of this one, and then comes back to retest, well, I'm gonna take that one for the long position, and I don't really care about this old one anymore. This is a really good question. Whenever we take our trades live, I'm going to try to look for that so I can tell you guys also, hey, this gold zone doesn't matter anymore, so we can see it in live action. So I'm just curious to see if this. Okay. So let's bring this up a little bit. Let's make this perfect. Let's make this perfect. Now, market can be very perfect sometimes, y'all. So this right here, price got really, really close, but this is our entry. This would have been a great entry for us right here. Once we seen price get here, you could have took this long position. Boom. US 30. Oh, no, this is Nasdaq. Boom, you could have took this long position. Now, this right here. Now imagine if we were still in this one. This is actually really good. Okay. Now, let's restart. And we're going to back this thing up. All right. So focus. Remember that this was a gold zone. This right here was an original gold zone. This was the first gold zone. All right. Let's delete this so we can just focus on that. This was an original gold zone area right here. Price breaks out. All right. Price broke out of this. Now, what if you would have kept this gold zone right here the same? And you say, okay, I'm going to wait for price to come back to this one. But guess what? You would have lost this trade. Well, you might have would have won this trade. You might have would have won this trade, actually. But this was what the trade was respecting. This one right here. Whenever the floor, look at that beautiful touch. This beautiful touch right here. Whenever, just remember this. Whenever the roof breaks, whenever the roof breaks, that becomes the floor. That means the original support level is now done. Okay, so that means the original support level is now done. This line right here is over. So let's just look at it as building a house. Maybe in that terms it might help. So whenever we have a floor here, we have the roof up here. If price breaks the roof, this floor down here, it doesn't matter anymore. Only this floor, because this is our new floor, right? So let me do that one more time. Let's actually create so it won't disappear. So boom, imagine this. This is the bottom. This is our foundation. This is our floor. So this is the foundation of your house right now. Now, this is the ceiling. Boom. Now, remember, Mr. Tide, we don't trade in a horizontal way often. We trade in this kind of way, in the channels, whether it's a down channel, up channel, all that good stuff. So just imagine that this is a channel, but right now I'm just making it horizontal. So boom. This is the floor. Let's say price breaks out of the floor. This right here, we don't need this no more. All we need is this one. Boom. Now we focus on these two. Now let's say price breaks out of this floor. We don't need this one anymore. We're going to just focus on this one and the next one above it. And so whenever you see it in a horizontal way, it's the same way. Well, not a horizontal way. Whenever you see it in a pattern way, a channel way, it's the same way. All right. Price breaks. This was the floor. Price broke out of this floor down here. Guess what? We can delete this. Our next entry is going to be here. Mr. Tide, I hope I explained that. Like, okay, I know that was like a lot, but again, we'll go over it. So and now on in the morning time, whenever we are taking the trade, Mr. Tide, we're going to, I'm going to start looking for that. Like, y'all, I can start telling y'all, look, this floor does not matter, because I really never think about telling y'all, hey, this floor is now, or this support or resistance is now canceled out and we're not going to use it anymore. But I try to give you like 100 examples within one example just now. So like right here, Mr. Tide, this floor does not matter anymore for us. This is done. This one right here, this one doesn't matter anymore. Why? Because price did give us a retest and push up. Now, if price kept, no, this doesn't even matter anymore. Between here and up here, it'll be so many different setups that we'll be able to take that we're not even going to worry about this anymore as well. But again, Mrs. Tide, I'm going to, and you're welcome. But again, I'm going to like start. Mr. Tide, that is a really good question. Like, I need to practice on how to explain that. I need to like screenshot some examples of y'all. This is whenever you can go ahead and cancel out this particular gold zone. It doesn't matter anymore. That's a really good question. But see, I'm going to show you something that actually happened on US 30. This was US 30. It wasn't today. It was yesterday, I want to say. So we're going to actually go to 9:30. And I know typically we go to 8:30, but I want to go to 9:30 on this one. So yesterday I seen a setup, and we did not take a trade on US 30 yesterday. So Mr. Tide, this is another scenario, but actually, we would have lost this trade. Well, we didn't lose this trade. We wouldn't have lost the trade. I mean, it wouldn't have been a really good trade, but we like wouldn't have lost the trade. But Mr. Tide, so you remember I just told you that, okay, we have this. We broke out of this. This cancels This canceled. We don't really care about this too much no more, right? Because price is now actively playing with this line here. All right, this is now the new support level. But guess what's about to happen here, Mr. Todd? Look at this. So this, boom, this is our first trade. This is the trade that we taking. Boom, every time back to the upside. So boom, back to the upside. This is the trade that we're looking for. Stop loss 35. So way down here. We would have hit over a 1-to-1. We would have got close to a 2-to-1 that day, but we didn't call this particular trade. That's okay. But look what happens. If I'm not mistaken, if this is the trade, look at this. Okay, so all right, so I guess not. So this, because this is not, no. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna cancel it out. Mrs. Todd, I thought this came down and respected this key level here, but it did. It got really close, but it didn't. But if it did, that would have been like a rare occasion where I'm like, yo, like it, like that, you know. I mean, I don't even know what to call it. I guess you could call it the support level at this point. This second support level has been the GOAT zone. But I wouldn't have taken this. But you know, sometimes the market can surprise you. But for the most part, Mr. Todd, we are disappearing with the one at the bottom. If it breaks the top, we don't care about the bottom one no more. Same thing, vice versa. All right. Now, does anyone have any? Even if y'all want me to go over some certain markets, maybe different time frames. I don't know what everyone trades in here, but if you're trading, it don't matter if it's forex, if it's stock market, if whatever it is. You guys can let me know. Now, also for all of my great 48 traders, I'm thinking on Sunday that we are going to go, we're going to have a group meeting if you guys want to come, of course. But we're going to just go over the market for the next week. So if you guys want to do that, we can do that. But I'll talk to y'all. I'll probably talk to y'all. I will talk to y'all tomorrow morning. But maybe that's something that we can do. Start going into the week and just doing some market analysis. And especially if you are looking to trade different things. Mr. Tight, you talking about me teach you futures. I need you, my friend, to teach me futures. So, well, I need help with the system itself. Oh my God. I got into the trade today and completely just freaked out because I didn't know. I just closed. Like, we're going to take this quick win, but I did not know how to move the stop loss. I didn't even see the stop loss on the screen. It was just bad. So y'all, I have decided to slide over to futures. Now, I am still trading indices, but just on a different cap. But futures, I've been convinced to go over to the future side. But it's actually really cool. It's really cool. So, and I'm excited. But I just needed to learn how to take trades properly here on TradingView. It's so different. And so I got into a trade today and just kind of really started panicking because I didn't know how to take profit. Well, I knew how to take profit. I knew how to close, but I didn't know how to move the stop loss. I didn't know how to defend the trade. I was just everywhere. So, yeah, I need some practice in that space. Let's see here. Maybe I can get y'all on my YouTube. Now, I have been trading options too, y'all. Maybe somebody can help me with this in here. If anyone trades options and they trade on Robinhood, listen, I need help, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I just took a trade, and the trade was so good. It was, I mean, the setup. Listen, oh my God. Even when I look at it right now, this is This is such a beautiful setup for swing trade, or not swing traders. I guess you could be a swing trader. It don't matter. For options and all that good stuff for stocks. Now, I'm going to just go back, give you a nice little analysis, and this is what we've seen. Price. Now, we are in a 4-hour time frame. Price, respect. We have the gold zone effect. Okay, we have this ping pong. That's all we're looking for is a ping pong. Now, we did see price come up here, and it created this Pac-Man's mouth. It respected it. I think this was some kind of news on this day. Now, what we're looking for, y'all, if price breaks out, just like we just been going over, price breaks out, look, guess what we're looking for? We're going to look for the retest back to the upside. We're going to be patient, all right? Boom, price pushed out. And this right here, oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. I watched this live. I took the options trade right here. For some reason, I take the trade right here. Mind you, I don't know what I'm doing though. But I take the trade right here. I just do a call right here. Right? I've been hearing people talk about in the money, out of the money, all that good stuff. I've been in the money. All right? Take the trade. I got in, though, up here. For some reason, I took it down here. But I didn't start getting to profit until way up here. What? Now, I get into profit. Now I'm doing great. Now I'm feeling good. I'm looking at the account. Account is flowing. Money is flowing. We are doing great right now. Mind you, I wanted to be in here. And y'all know why I wanted to be here so I can start defending this trade and I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? I can defend this trade down here at the bottom. But up here, I can't do nothing with this. I can't defend it because like price is likely to come down here, play around a little bit, and then give me another push up. Now I'm getting stumped out for no reason. I'm losing the trade for no reason. So I decided just to stay in it. Boom, it starts to give me a nice push up. Now on my account, I'm making money. I go to close the trade. Y'all, I go to close the trade and I end up losing $30 just because I hit sold. Now listen. I mean it was a decent win. I was like, it was like one contract. I was up like $200, but I was up like $200. I was only up like $200 because I got in so late and I started freaking out because I got in late. But if I'd have got in down here, because we was already looking for price to push up, y'all, this is a crazy day. This is an amazing day. But everything was messed up from the beginning. I clicked that button. Everything was messed up. Everything was messed up. So I closed like right here because I'm panicking again and I don't know what to do. I close. I end up losing $30. I'm up like close to $200 or like right at $200. I'm in and I close. This small move. This is a small move, y'all. I close and it said I'm down. I lost $30. It was like it canceled out. It was like what I was just making did not matter anymore when I clicked the sell button. Mind you, I don't know if I might have didn't sell properly or sell the right way, but it crushed me. It crushed me, y'all. I thought about that thing like most of the day that day. But my goal was, okay, we're getting in right here. It's no question. Boom, look at the pressure. It's so beautiful. Now I'm going to show you another trade. Another trade that the system cheated me. Right? I mean, the system absolutely cheated me. Now, I ain't gonna say they cheated me though, but I'm just not educated in this level. Well, I'm just not educated here in this option space. Look at this trade, y'all. This is beautiful. You can't ask for a better trade setup. You really can't. Price, gold zone. Now look at this. Now this is a huge confirmation. We are overall in a downtrend right now. Overall, we are in a major downtrend. Price respects. Price respects. Price respects. What we're going to look for is price breakout, give us a retest, and push back down. That simple. It's that simple. Boom. Price broke out. Now, I know some of us say, hey, Kirby, why won't you take this back to the long position? It's because on this day, you guys, it be gapping on. It was already past it when I opened up the trade. So it was kind of like, okay, it is what it is. So, boom, we're going to be patient. This is like, I think this is a few days later. Yeah, this is a few. Just beautiful. Everything is just beautiful, right? But guess what? I take the trade up here. I don't get into the trade somewhere down here though. So as soon as I click the put button, I'm already negative like $100, and I just clicked it. Why am I getting into the trade? I don't start hitting profit till down here, but yeah, I'm entering the trade here. I don't understand it. So maybe I need to go to the options class and see why the system is cheating me. Because if we were on futures or on indices, where we would have put this at, if we would have put it right here, we're selling here, guess what, y'all? We would have sold right there, and we would have been chilling. So I gotta figure something out, or I might just stop doing options, just do away with it, and just do what I do. But again, if anyone does know how to do options on Robinhood, please let me know, because I am trying to figure it out. Now, again, if anyone has any questions about the market, if there's any analysis on any market you guys want to check out, I would love to check out. That is like, I actually have a good time doing that, just to look at different markets that everyone else looks at. Come on now, Mr. Ty, you know you can handle the options. You know you got it.
Apparently, this is the most
creative. You know you got it. You got it. You guys have been teaching me so much that it is a blessing. I'm gonna tell you, it has been a blessing, because a lot of this stuff I didn't know until I be talking to y'all. So it has been a blessing. You guys have been a blessing to me. Mr. Ty, let's look at. Is there any particular market that you want to look at, and we can do some gold zone practices right now? I'm gonna turn this NBA game too, y'all. Can't forget about that. Can't forget about that. Oh man, it's already second quarter. Oh man. Oh man, I'm late. I'm late. All right, let's see. Okay, so yeah. So Mr. Ty, let's just go over some gold zones. Mr. Ty, what you like better? You like Nasdaq or you like US 30?
Did not score in the first quarter. And Lillard, always a great free thrower, now has 8 here in the second quarter. Bucks up 8 as we approach the 1-minute mark.
Well, yeah, Lillard only 3 for 10 tonight, 1 for 6 for 3.
So okay, so you like Nasdaq? Okay. Let's do that now, Mr. Ty. We're gonna just have some fun, and we're going to just randomly find a place in the past history, and we're going to just practice. So this is Monday, October, and we're going to go to 7 o'clock. Well, no, this is not Monday. This is like a Thursday. This is something. This is someday. So yeah, this is the 24th of October. All right, so let's do this. So first thing I am seeing now, I know first thing that we are seeing together is we are looking at this right here. So what you could create is, boom, price is respecting these key levels. So now look, Mr. Ty, price, respect. These are key levels. Price, respect this level here. Price, respect this level here. Price, respect. Price, respects. All right. So next thing is, I am not seeing much on this end though, right? But when I go back to past history, let's see if we're seeing something here, because I am seeing a lot of respect levels right here. So boom, let's bring this here. So boom. So Mr. Ty, first thing that we can see is price is respecting this level here, but price, because this is what happened. We have this downtrend. Well, this is not necessarily a downtrend, but it is creating a downtrend. All this right here, price is respecting. Now price broke out of here. Now, typically, Mr. Ty, we see this in a smaller frame. So that, like, when we in the morning, we create our Pac-Man's mouth, and we see this in a smaller frame. We look for the breakout. We look for the retest. But this is just happening in a bigger motion, right? Just a bigger frame. The system still stays the same, but we're seeing this price respect, respect, respect. Now it broke out, and we're seeing, okay, this is still a key level. This is still a gold zone level. So when we come over here and we create this,
Yeah, this is not a challenge, by the way. This is not coming from Eric Spoelstra. So yeah, just to see if it.
price is respecting this level right here. Now it is
But this is a bad way to end the quarter.
7 o'clock. So this is 6:45. So you know, Mr. Todd, we're not in this trade yet, but we do understand that this is. Now let's check this out real quick. All right, so this is a lot has happened on this particular day before, like, we even would have gotten to a trade. There's so many setups that took place. Like, this is a lot of setups. So we're not going to worry about this. We're not going to worry about that no more. The reason that we're not going to worry about that no more is because price is already broken out and created this as its new floor and got another pushback up. So what we had down here, I'm not really worried about that no more. All I'm focused on are these two levels here. Now, this would have been, this is a kind of a tough day. The reason it's kind of a tough day because a lot of our gold zones already got hit. So the more the gold zone gets hit, the weaker the gold zone can get. So let's just see. So this is 7 o'clock, right? So we might have took this trade right here to the downside, but I probably wouldn't have taken this trade to the downside. The reason we wouldn't take this trade to the downside is because price already can't respect the gold zone, push back down here. Anytime you come and you see it respect the floor, a lot of times this is a symbolization of we might be breaking out back to the upside because it's respecting this key level to give us a pushback up. So let's see what we would do. I would look for, okay, if price does break out, look for the retest here, get in for a long position back to the upside. So let's just see. So boom, price pushed up. This is the trade I would have took right here. Once we seen price, now price closed above. Once we seen price come back to our gold zone for a long position, we could, well, it touched our gold zone again. We could have went for a long position, something that looks like this. Now at this point, Mr. Ty, you know we are starting to defend this trade pretty well. We can even bring it to like halfway. Now, again, the reason we are not shorting this market is because we already got a touch here on this gold zone here. Price came down here to respect this level. Whenever we see this area right here gets respect, then price likes to continue to push up to the upside. Okay. Hold on, Mr. Ty. Oh, that's a good shot. All right, so I could have took this for another long position simply because it hit our gold zone again. Boom, got to push up. So at this point, Mr. Ty, you know that we are starting to defend this trade. Price pushing down. Let's see. Price did come back. Now, before it came and stumped us out, we would have hit a 1-to-1 on this particular trade. But it did. But at this point, we either could have took some profit off the table or we just started defending this trade. It is 8:45. So boom, price breaks, just completely breaks, and it does come back. Retest is here at this gold zone here, and gave us another pushback down. So you could have took this as well. Once we seen price break out of this gold zone, price start to push back up. You could have took this trade right here. Back to the downside. You'd have been hitting a 2-to-1 right now. And this would have been a really good trade. So we could have took this trade up here for 1-to-1. Or you could have been patient, wait for this trade to break out. Or even if you would have caught this. Now, I would not suggest you caught this one for a long position here. Let's rewind. I would not suggest that you would have caught this long position. The reason I would have said that is I said not to take this long position is because remember, the more it gets hit, the weaker it gets. We've already prices. This is ugly. This is not a good trading day because price is really like it's respecting. So even though like this closed here, so we could have took this trade here and then had a really tight stop loss, right? But it closed. Like this is just not giving us enough. Like, it's too many bounces in this area here. Price is giving a lot of false breakouts. So I will look for it. Like, and it's not going to stay strong up here because this is a key level. Like, this level is a key level. So if it's not going to, like, it might just really be respecting this for a pushback down to the downside. It's just a really ugly day. Really ugly day for this particular trade. Now, if you look at it in this way, though, look at it in, okay, price broke out, price retest. It's just, this was a major fake out to the upside. So, you know, it happens. So this is not a clean market, but we could have still took advantage of that particular day. All right, y'all. So we're gonna do one more, and I probably will shut it down so I can, you know, just get some rest for tomorrow. So let's just do another one. Let's go to past history. Let's go to past history. 7 o'clock on this particular day. It is August 30th. Wow, I wonder what we were all doing on this particular day, y'all. This is August 30th. This is 6:30. So overall, this is huge, right? This is huge. We are in the downtrend, but let's see what price is doing right here. I am seeing this right here be created. Boom. And I'm also seeing this right here. Boom. Price. A lot of these trades that we're seeing right now as we're going over them, they're already in its second phase. So when I say second phase, is first phase would have been we would have caught one of these trades down here, pushed up, or we could have shorted this down to the downside, caught this. You know what I'm saying? This is the first phase, right? The first phase is ping pong. But when we break out, we're on our way to the second phase. Second phase is catch the retest from where we broke out of, right? So this gold zone here, we're just going to be patient, catch the retest. Now, when we're in the second phase, that's whenever I kind of start to like slow down and say, guys, we might not take a trade once we're already in the middle of the second phase because we really don't know where price is going to go next because our two main gold zones got hit and they're doing exactly what they are supposed to be doing, right? This was two confirmations here. So this is a very strong level, either using this right here, or if you were to use the overall downtrend, this has still been a strong, we got two confirmations that this was a strong key level here. So at this point, y'all, I wouldn't take a trade on this day. I wouldn't take a trade on this other day. Only way I probably could take another trade on this particular day is if either this line here or probably this one. This would be more of a safe one because it's the lower one. This line here gets respected out here. That's the only way. And I probably wouldn't take a trade at all this day. But if I just had to force a trade, oh yeah, we didn't even push back down. So, this is a good example though. So on this candle, it is 10:30. Now, maybe you would have took this trade back to the upside. Well, you probably would have lost. Well, you would have lost, right? So you'd have lost this trade. But guess what you could have did? Once you seen price close down here, we got this push back up here. You could have shorted this market right back at the gold zone. Boom. And guess what? Look for a pushback down to the downside. So let's see. Boom. Look at that. Beautiful. Push back down to the downside. You'd have been in this trade, started protecting this trade. And all we did was just flip positions. At this point, price pushed all the way down here. This is really good money. At this point, all we did was flip positions, but at the gold zone, y'all. So the more that you see this, the more that it would just start to click and become second nature. I mean, this is not something that you just want to like learn in one night. Especially if you have been, you know what I'm saying? If you've been learning different strategies and you've been, you already had a strategy that you were doing before and you're trying to transition, or maybe you're not trying to transition, you're just trying to learn a new strategy, it can be, I'm not gonna say it's difficult, but it does take a little time just to get familiar. Like when I look at the market, y'all, I like my brain at this point is wired to look at the market in a certain way. I'm looking at the market the same way I'm explaining the market to y'all. So I'm looking at the market, I'm looking for gold zones, I'm looking for channels. I'm looking for first phases, I'm looking for second phases, I'm looking for ping pong effects. I'm looking for these different things. That's like literally my brain goes there. I know a lot of traders, what their brain does, they look at the market like this. They look at the market in a way like this. Create support and resistances like this. And so what happens is they have a bunch of they have a bunch of lines on their screen, but this is typically how we're taught to look at the market in a horizontal. And so we're looking for a bunch of like key support resistance level in this manner. We're just, and we're like, okay, it broke this level. We're going to catch it to go to the next level. That's what we start doing. But my brain, like even doing that right there, I had to force myself to look at the market like that, y'all. Just because I have been like brainwashing myself to see gold zones. So, and to see the market in a certain way. So that right there, just creating that just felt so weird. Like what my brain sees is just this. This is all I'm seeing. Literally. I don't see anything else. Like this is it. I'm seeing these kind of things. So the more that you do it though, the more that you're gonna find your place of like what works for you. There is no perfect thing. There is no perfect strategy. Every strategy has a flaw. Every strategy does lose. But of course, some systems just work better than others. But whatever you find that works for you, execute and be great in it. Now, does anyone have any more questions? If not, I am going to get off this live for tonight. But if you have another question, I will be gladly to answer it. You're welcome, Mr. Todd. You're welcome, good sir. See you in the AM. Yes, sir. Well, look, if no one else has any more questions, no more markets you want me to look at real fast, I am about to get off. All right. I'm going to give this thing a few more seconds here, or a few more minutes here, and then I'm going to hop off. All right. See y'all later. Thank y'all so much. God bless y'all. And even if I never met you, I am super proud of you. Keep going. Keep learning. Keep putting God first in all that you do, in everything that you do. And bye. I'll talk to y'all later. I'll talk to y'all later.